The truth came out on a quiet Tuesday morning. Commander James Reed sat in his underground office at Earth Defense Force headquarters, staring at his computer screen in disbelief. The data didn't lie. Earth had been watched, studied, and manipulated for over 300 years by an organization called the Galactic Council. Reed's hands shook as he scrolled through the files. His team had captured these documents during a raid on what they thought was just another unregistered satellite. Instead, they had stumbled upon an alien monitoring station hidden in Earth's orbit, disguised using advanced cloaking technology. "Get me the president," Reed ordered into his secure communication device. "This can't wait." Within hours, leaders from every major nation gathered in an emergency virtual conference. Reed shared his screen, showing them proof of the Council's interference. The aliens had sabotaged multiple human achievements throughout history, keeping Earth from advancing too quickly. "They've been here all along," Reed explained, his voice tight with anger. "Every time we made a breakthrough in quantum physics, their agents would step in. Every time we got close to faster-than-light travel, they'd arrange accidents in our research facilities." The Chinese premier leaned forward in his video feed. "How many deaths? How many accidents did they cause?" Reed pulled up another document. "Thousands. The Space Shuttle Challenger, the disappearance of multiple research teams in Antarctica, the mysterious fires at quantum research labs worldwide. All they're doing." The room fell silent as the implications sank in. Humanity had never been alone, and their cosmic neighbors weren't friendly. They were jailers. In Moscow, military analysts discovered more proof. In Delhi, scientists found alien code hidden in their computers. In Washington, intelligence officers uncovered decades of alien surveillance footage. The President of the United States spoke first. "We need to unite, not just as allies, but as one planet. We can't fight them separately." For the first time in human history, every nation agreed. Within days, the Earth Defense Alliance was formed. Reed was promoted to Global Defense Commander, given authority to access every military resource on the planet. But the aliens didn't know humanity's biggest secret. In a deep underground facility in the Rocky Mountains, Reed met with Dr. Anna Peters, Earth's leading quantum physicist. "Show me what we've got," he said. Peters led him through heavy security doors into a massive chamber. Inside, rows of quantum computers hummed quietly. "We knew they were watching," she said. 20 years ago, we detected their signals. Instead of announcing it, we started preparing." She pointed to a holographic display showing Earth's hidden defense network. "Every time they blocked our official research, we went underground. Literally. We have bases like this one all around the world. We've developed technology they don't know about because we kept it off their radar." Reed smiled for the first time in days. "What can we do? Our quantum weapons can cut through their shields like paper. Our AI systems are generations ahead of theirs because we developed them in complete isolation. We have ships, Commander. Ships they don't know about." Warning alerts flashed across the screens. The Galactic Council's ships were moving into attack position around Earth. They had detected the humans accessing their files and were preparing to take direct control of the planet. Reed opened a secure channel to all Earth defense facilities. "This is Commander Reed. Operation Shadow is now active. All units prepare for combat. They think we're primitive. They think we're weak. They think we'll surrender." He looked at the alien ships gathering above the planet, their weapons charging. They had no idea what was about to hit them. "Send the order," Reed commanded. "Show them why you don't cage humans." Around the planet, hidden launch bays opened in mountains, under oceans, and beneath the polar ice. Earth's secret fleet rose to meet the alien threat. Quantum weapons powered up, and AI battle systems came online. The Galactic Council was about to learn a harsh lesson about humanity. They weren't dealing with a primitive species that needed watching. They were facing a civilization that had turned their prison into a fortress, and their isolation into strength. The breaking point had arrived. and Earth was ready for revenge. The first battle lasted exactly 6 minutes. Earth's hidden fleet emerged from their concealed bases, their quantum-powered engines glowing with blue fire. The Council ships, caught completely off guard, tried to raise their shields, but it was already too late. Commander Reed watched from the bridge of the EDS Vengeance as Earth's ships demonstrated decades of secret advancement. "Target their command vessels first," he ordered. "Don't let them call for reinforcements." The quantum weapons performed even better than their tests had suggested. Beams of concentrated energy, powered by Earth's revolutionary quantum tech, cut through the alien shields like they weren't even there. Council ships exploded silently in the darkness of space, their crews never even having time to send distress signals. Admiral Lisa Stone, commanding Earth's Pacific Fleet, executed a perfect flanking maneuver. "Their tactical systems are primitive," she reported over the secure channel. "They relied too much on their technological advantage. They never learned real combat strategy." The Council's main fleet tried to regroup, forming a defensive circle above Earth's atmosphere. Their weapons fired, filling space with energy bolts and plasma torpedoes. But Earth's ships were ready. "Activate the quantum shields," Reed commanded. The alien weapons hit the invisible barriers and dissipated harmlessly. 20 years of preparing for this moment had paid off. Dr. Peters' voice came over the command channel from her underground lab. "Commander, we're detecting massive energy signatures. More Council ships are jumping in from hyperspace." A new fleet of alien vessels appeared, twice the size of the first wave. Their weapons were already charging, their commanders probably expecting to find Earth's forces already defeated. Instead, they found their first fleet destroyed and Earth's ships waiting for them. "Now," Reed ordered, "show them what else we've been hiding." From Earth's surface, thousands of small objects launched into space. The Council ship's sensors identified them as simple missiles and ignored them, focusing their attention on the larger Earth vessels. That was their second mistake. The missiles were actually advanced AI drones, each carrying a quantum core. They swarmed around the Council ships, attaching to their hulls. Within seconds, they had hacked into the alien vessel's computer systems. "Eye control established," the lead drone reported. Council ship systems compromised. Half of the alien fleet suddenly turned their weapons on their own allies. Chaos erupted among the Council forces as they realized they'd lost control of their own ships. "This is Admiral Stone to all Earth forces." Lisa's voice rang clear through the command channel. "Begin Phase 2. Take the fight to them." Earth's fleet split into 3 groups. The first continued engaging the Council forces above Earth. The second group jumped to hyperspace, heading for the Council's nearby monitoring stations. The third group, led by Reed himself, set course for the Council's main military base in the sector. "They're trying to broadcast a warning to their homeworld," Dr. Peters reported. "But our quantum jammers are blocking all their long-range communications." Reed smiled grimly. "Keep those jammers running. We don't want the rest of the Council knowing what's happening until it's too late." The battle above Earth was ending. The remaining Council ships, those that hadn't been destroyed or hijacked by Earth's AI drones, were trying to retreat. But Earth's quantum weapons caught them before they could jump to hyperspace. In just under an hour, Earth had defeated 2 Council fleets and was preparing to strike at the heart of their regional power. "Message from the President," Reed's communications officer announced. "All Earth governments are reporting successful defense of their territories. No Council weapons made it through our shields. 0 civilian casualties." Reed looked at the tactical display, showing Earth's forces spreading out into space, heading for Council targets. Years of being watched, contained, and suppressed had forced humanity to become smarter, more creative, and more dangerous than the Council could have imagined. "Send word to all ships," Reed commanded. "Phase 1 is complete. Begin assault on Council space. Show them what happens when you try to cage humanity." The Earth fleet jumped to hyperspace, leaving behind the wreckage of the Council's ships as a message to anyone else who might threaten their planet. The real war was just beginning. The Council's main military base never saw the attack coming. Earth's fleet dropped out of hyperspace directly above their defensive grid, quantum weapons already firing. Their base defenses are pathetic, Admiral Stone reported from her command ship. They relied entirely on secrecy. They never expected anyone to find them, let alone attack. Commander Reed watched as Earth's ships systematically destroyed the Council's orbital platforms. Launch the ground teams, he ordered. Secure their data centers before they can delete anything. Earth's drop ships streaked through the alien atmosphere, carrying special forces trained in secret for 2 decades. The soldiers wore powered armor that made Council weapons look like toys, and carried quantum rifles that could pierce any known defense. Base security is responding, reported Captain Mark Wilson, leading the ground assault. But their weapons can't penetrate our armor. This is almost too easy. Inside the Council facility, alien defenders fired energy weapons that bounced harmlessly off the humans' quantum shields. Earth's soldiers moved with practiced efficiency, securing corridor after corridor. Data center located, Wilson announced. Deploying AI systems now. Small drones scattered through the Council's computer network, copying everything before the aliens could trigger their deletion protocols. 20 years of Earth's AI development overwhelmed the Council's cybersecurity in seconds. "Sir," Dr. Peters called from Earth, "you need to see what we're finding in their files." Reed's holographic display filled with new information. The Council hadn't just been watching Earth. They had been experimenting on humans, abducting people from remote areas, testing their resistance to various weapons. They were preparing for war, Reed said grimly. They were studying us to learn how to kill us effectively. There's more, Peters continued. They did this to other species too. Dozens of developing civilizations, all suppressed, all studied, all prepared for eventual conquest. Admiral Stone's voice was cold with anger. Send this to every Earth ship. Everyone needs to know what we're really fighting. The battle for the military base was ending. Earth forces had captured the facility intact, along with hundreds of Council officers. But the information they found changed everything. New orders from Earth Command, Reed announced to the fleet. We're not just fighting for ourselves anymore. We're going to free every species they enslaved. The Council prisoners watched in shock as humans demonstrated technology far beyond what they thought possible. Earth's AI systems broke through centuries of Council encryption in hours, revealing the locations of all their hidden bases and monitoring stations. Multiple Council fleets detected, reported the tactical officer. They're finally responding to our attack. Reed smiled. This was what they had planned for. Deploy the quantum mines, he ordered. Let them come to us. Space around the captured base filled with invisible weapons, waiting. When the Council ships jumped in, they flew straight into the trap. The quantum mines activated, creating localized fields that prevented hyperspace travel. The Council fleet found itself trapped, unable to escape or call for help. All ships, execute attack pattern Delta, Reed commanded. Earth's fleet moved with perfect coordination, their years of simulated battles paying off. Council ships exploded under concentrated quantum fire, their ancient shields useless against Earth's new weapons. Sir, Wilson reported from the ground, we found their prisoner cells. There are representatives from 15 different species here, all taken from their homeworlds for study. Reed opened a channel to the prisoners. This is Commander Reed of Earth. Your captors have been defeated. We're here to free you. And then we're going to help you free your people. The aliens couldn't believe what they were seeing. Humans, supposedly a primitive species, had just destroyed the Council's main military force in their sector. The Council's reinforcements are retreating, Stone reported with satisfaction. They're running back to their capital worlds. Reed looked at the tactical display, showing Earth's forces securing the entire sector. Let them run, he said. Let them tell their leaders what happened here. Let them spread the word that Earth is coming. The first major strike against the Council was complete. But for humanity, this was just the beginning. They had a galaxy to liberate and centuries of injustice to avenge. The Grand Council chamber fell silent as the holographic display showed another sector falling to Earth's forces. In just 1 week, humans had captured 30 major council installations and freed hundreds of imprisoned species. High Counselor Dax stood before the emergency session, his gray skin pale with fear. "We must negotiate," he said. "Each hour we delay costs us another system. Negotiate with primitives." Counselor Wren spat the words. "Impossible." The chamber doors slid open. Thomas Walker, Earth's chosen diplomat, walked in flanked by quantum-armored guards. The council members had never seen a human in person before. They didn't expect him to look so calm. "Your time of deciding our fate is over," Walker announced. His voice carried through the chamber without any translation device. Earth had decoded the council's languages months ago. Dax tried to maintain his dignity. "We are prepared to discuss terms." "No," Walker cut him off. "You misunderstand. This isn't a negotiation. This is your surrender ceremony." The chamber erupted in outrage. Council members shouted threats and insults. Walker waited patiently until they quieted down. "Let me show you something," he said, activating his own holographic display. "This is live footage from your homeworlds." The council members watched in horror as the feed showed Earth ships in orbit around every major council planet. They had somehow bypassed all defenses without being detected. "How?" Wren demanded. "This is impossible." "You taught us well," Walker replied. "Every time you suppressed us, we got stronger. Every time you pushed us down, we pushed back harder. In trying to keep us weak, you forced us to become more powerful than you could imagine." Commander Reed's voice came through the chamber speakers. "All quantum weapons are locked on target. Awaiting your order, Mr. Walker." The council members looked at each other in panic. Their billion-year-old civilization was at the mercy of a species they had dismissed as primitives. "Here are Earth's terms," Walker announced, displaying a document. First, immediate freedom for all suppressed species. Second, complete access to all council technology and research. Third, dissolution of the current council system. "You'll destroy civilization." Dax protested. "The galaxy needs order." Walker smiled coldly. "The galaxy needs justice. Your order was built on the suffering of countless species. That ends today." On worlds across the galaxy, the suppressed species were rising up. Earth had transmitted the truth to every planet. The Council's crimes, their experiments, their lies, centuries of carefully maintained control were crumbling. "You have 1 hour to sign the surrender," Walker stated. "After that, we start dismantling your empire piece by piece. And trust me, we know where all the pieces are." The council members looked at the screens showing Earth's ships, at the proof of their complete vulnerability. Their best weapons were useless against human quantum technology. Their strongest defenses had been bypassed. "How long?" Dax asked quietly. "How long have you been preparing for this?" "Since the day we detected your first probe," Walker replied. "We knew someone was watching. Instead of revealing that we knew, we prepared. Every scientific advance we showed you was a lie. Every weakness we displayed was a deception. You thought you were studying us, but we were learning about you." The council chamber grew quiet as the truth sank in. They had never been in control. Their careful manipulation of Earth had backfired completely. "One more thing," Walker added. "Those primitive humans you took for your experiments. We want them back. All of them. And if even one is dead, there will be consequences." The message was clear. Earth wasn't just seeking victory. They wanted justice. "The document is on your screens," Walker said. 1 hour. Choose wisely." As the council members looked at the surrender terms, alerts began flashing across their displays. More Earth ships were appearing across the galaxy. More suppressed species were rising up. The council's time was over. The age of humanity had begun. The council members' hands shook as they signed the surrender document. But Earth wasn't finished showing them just how completely they had been outmaneuvered. Now, Commander Reed's voice echoed through the chamber. "Let us show you what else we've been hiding." The chamber's lights flickered. Every screen, every hologram, every piece of council technology suddenly shut down. When they came back online, they displayed Earth's quantum code. "Your entire network," Dr. Peters announced, appearing on the main screen, "has been under our control for months. Those defensive systems you thought were protecting you, they answer to us now." Counselor Wren jumped to his feet. "Impossible. Our systems are isolated." "Wrong." Peters cut him off. "We found the backdoors you installed to spy on developing worlds." Ironic, isn't it? The same tools you used to suppress us became your weakness. Around the galaxy, Earth's true technological superiority revealed itself. Massive ships emerged from quantum cloaking fields near every council world. They had been there for weeks, waiting. "Did you really think," Admiral Stone asked, joining the transmission, "that we would attack without making sure we could win?" The council watched in stunned silence as hidden Earth bases activated on their most secure worlds. Human agents emerged from deep cover positions in their most classified facilities. Everything they thought they knew about Earth's capabilities had been wrong. "Your biggest mistake," Reed explained, "was assuming we would develop technology the same way you did. But humans are different. We don't follow predictable paths. We innovate. We adapt. We overcome." Walker stepped forward again. "While you watched our official research, our real scientists worked in secret. While you monitored our space programs, we built quantum ships underground. While you studied our weapons, we developed ones you couldn't even detect." On every council world, massive quantum engineering projects became visible as their cloaking fields dropped. Earth hadn't just prepared for war. They had prepared to completely rebuild galactic civilization. "These are terraform engines," Peters explained. "They can restore worlds damaged by council mining, repair ecosystems destroyed by your experiments, heal the wounds you've inflicted on countless species." The council members finally understood the full scope of their defeat. Earth hadn't just beaten them militarily. They had surpassed them in every way that mattered. "Your reign of suppression is over," Walker declared. "But humanity isn't here for revenge alone. We're here to fix what you broke." Earth's AI systems were already spreading through the galactic network, dismantling the Council's control mechanisms, freeing suppressed technologies, restoring corrupted data. "Quantum communications are now active for all worlds," Stone reported. "The species you kept isolated can finally talk to each other, share their stories, help each other heal." Reed's image appeared, standing on the bridge of his command ship. "Here's what happens next. Earth forces will oversee the transition. Any council member who resists will face immediate consequences. Any who cooperate will be treated fairly." The council chamber, the seat of power for 1 billion years, now felt small and insignificant. The members could only watch as their carefully constructed empire crumbled around them. "One last thing," Walker added. "We found your genetic research labs, the ones where you experimented on primitive species. Those responsible will face justice." Peters activated one final display, showing the full extent of Earth's hidden technology. Ships that could cross the galaxy in days, energy sources that could power civilizations, medical technology that could heal any injury. "All of this," she said, "developed in secret while you thought you were keeping us down. Remember that the next time you think about underestimating humanity." The Council's age of domination was over. Earth's masterstroke had removed them from power more completely than any military victory could have achieved. And across the galaxy, countless species looked up at Earth's ships with hope. Freedom had arrived, carried on quantum wings, delivered by a species that refused to be caged. 1 month after Earth's takeover, the galaxy was transforming. The old council chamber had been converted into the new Galactic Assembly, where representatives from all species gathered as equals. Commander Reed stood before the assembly, presenting Earth's plan for the future. "The age of suppression is over," he declared. "Every world, every species, will have the chance to reach their full potential." Former council races were learning hard lessons in humility. Their advanced technology, once used to dominate others, was now being shared freely under Earth's supervision. "Another group of council scientists has defected," Admiral Stone reported. "They're offering to help reverse the damage their experiments caused." The assembly hall was filled with representatives from newly freed worlds. Some had been trapped in artificial dark ages for centuries. Others had been used as test subjects for council weapons. All of them now looked to Earth for leadership. Walker moved among them, listening to their stories, promising aid. "Earth remembers what it's like to be held back," he told them. "We won't let it happen again." On thousands of worlds, Earth's terraform engines were repairing environmental damage. Quantum technology was being used to clean polluted atmospheres, restore dead oceans, bring life back to worlds the Council had stripped bare. "The healing process has begun on Sector 7 planets," Dr. Peters announced, showing holographic images of dying worlds coming back to life. "The quantum restoration is working faster than we predicted." But not everyone accepted Earth's new order. Some Council loyalists tried to resist, launching attacks on Earth facilities. They learned quickly that humanity's military power wasn't just for show. "Rebellion in the Outer Rim has been contained," Stone reported. "No casualties on our side. The quantum shields held perfectly." Reed watched from the command center as Earth's forces maintained peace across the galaxy. Their ships were everywhere, their AI systems monitoring for any threat to the new stability. "Another Council weapons cache found," Wilson reported from a distant sector. "Hidden in an asteroid belt. Our quantum scanners are picking up everything they try to hide." The former Council members who cooperated were allowed to help build the new system. Those who had committed crimes were facing justice in trials broadcast across the galaxy. "The evidence recovery teams have finished their work," Peters said. "Every Council experiment, every suppressed civilization, every hidden crime, it's all documented now." Walker addressed the assembly again, outlining the next phase of Earth's plans. "We're not here to rule," he explained. "We're here to guide, to help, to ensure no species ever suffers what we suffered." Earth's ships began training crews from other worlds, teaching them to use quantum technology responsibly. Their AI systems were helping other species recover lost knowledge, rebuild forgotten technologies. "The first joint patrol fleet launches tomorrow," Stone announced proudly. Earth ships serving alongside vessels from 10 different species, working together to protect everyone. The galaxy was learning that humanity's strength wasn't just in their advanced technology. It was in their ability to adapt, to overcome, to rise above oppression, and still show mercy to their former oppressors. "The quantum network is now accessible to all worlds," Peters reported. "Free communication, free trade, free exchange of ideas, just as it should have been all along." Reed looked out at the stars from his command ship, remembering how Earth had been just 1 month ago, isolated, watched, contained. Now they were the guardians of galactic freedom. "The Council thought they could keep us down," he said quietly. "Instead, they forced us to become stronger than they ever imagined." The assembly session ended with representatives from 100 worlds pledging to support Earth's new order. Not out of fear, but out of respect for a species that had freed them all. The power shift was complete. Earth had moved from being the suppressed world to becoming the galaxy's protector. And they would never forget what it felt like to be the ones looking up at the stars, dreaming of freedom. 6 months had passed since Earth's liberation of the galaxy. The stars themselves seemed brighter now, as if celebrating the new age of freedom. In the Galactic Assembly, Commander Reed presented the final report on the transition. "The United Galactic Federation is now fully operational," he announced. "All member worlds have ratified the Constitution of Rights." The chamber, once a place of fear and suppression, now buzzed with energy and hope. Representatives from hundreds of species worked together, learning from each other, growing stronger together. The last of the Council's secret facilities has been found and cleared, Admiral Stone reported. Their age is truly over. The future belongs to all of us now. Earth's quantum ships patrolled the galaxy, but they weren't alone anymore. Vessels from dozens of species flew alongside them, their crews working together to maintain peace. The first graduating class of the Galactic Academy is ready, Dr. Peters announced proudly. Students from 50 different worlds, all trained in quantum science, all ready to help their people advance. Walker moved through the assembly, watching former enemies become allies. Species that the Council had kept apart for centuries were now trading, learning, growing together. The terraform projects are ahead of schedule, Peters continued. 30 more worlds restored to full health. The quantum restoration technology has exceeded all expectations. In orbit around Earth, the new Galactic Command Center served as a symbol of unity. Ships from all worlds docked there, their crews mixing freely, sharing stories and knowledge. Security report, Stone announced. No significant threats detected in any sector. The quantum defense network is functioning perfectly. All worlds are safe. The former Council races had adapted well to the new order. Those who had opposed change had seen the benefits of cooperation. Those who had supported freedom were now valued members of the Federation. The AI integration is complete, Peters reported. All member worlds now have access to the quantum network. Knowledge flows freely across the galaxy. Reed walked through the memorial hall, where records of Council crimes were kept as a reminder. Not for revenge, but to ensure such suppression never happened again. The Healing Center's report success, Walker said. The last of the Council's test subjects have been treated. Their worlds are rebuilding. Their people are free. Earth's leadership style was different from the Council's. They didn't rule through fear or suppression. They led by example, showing how strength could be used to protect rather than dominate. The first diplomatic exchange program starts next week, Walker announced. Young leaders from all worlds living together, learning from each other, building the future. Stone watched from her ship as a fleet of mixed vessels performed training exercises. This is what we fought for, she said. Not just freedom from the Council, but the chance to build something better. The quantum technology that Earth had developed in secret was now being used openly, helping all species advance. But more important than the technology was the spirit behind it. The human drive to overcome, to improve, to reach for the stars. Final status report, Reed said to the assembly. The galaxy is stable. Trade routes are secure. Scientific advancement is proceeding rapidly. And most importantly, all species are free to determine their own destiny. The representatives applauded, not out of obligation as they had for the Council, but with genuine joy. Earth had not just defeated their oppressors, they had shown a better way forward. The stars belong to all of us now, Walker concluded, and together, we'll reach heights the Council never dreamed possible. As the session ended, Reed looked out at the galaxy, not as a battlefield anymore, but as a field of endless possibility. Earth's revenge had not been just about defeating the Council. It had been about proving that freedom and cooperation were stronger than suppression and fear. The new order was established. The galaxy was free. And humanity had shown that the best revenge against oppression was not just victory, but creating a future where such oppression could never take root again.